Hello, everybody. This is Comic Corner. I'm your host, Kaylin, and I'm joined with my co-host,
Christian.
And today we will be talking about all the nerdy news. And one of the biggest nerdy movies that came out this weekend was Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. And we will be going over that with spoilers and spoiler-free. So if you're listening live, make sure that you've watched the movie.
Obviously.
And that you're not getting anything spoiled, because although we have our own opinions, you still should watch it.
And quick spoiler, one of us likes it.
One of us doesn't.
Who do you think it is? Put it in the comments. We gotta get the engagement somehow.
So we're going to start off with some of the news of the week.
Yeah, so we got a little bit of news beforehand before we do Ant-Man. So Nintendo came out and said that on March 9th, they're going to do a direct only talking about the Mario Brothers movie, which I was looking forward to this movie. At first, I'm just like, I don't really care much.
I think I'm interested because of Jack Black. I think he's a great actor.
That's the only reason.
Yeah.
I like how it looks. And I want to see how bad Chris Pratt is at doing an Italian accent.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's not even doing an Italian accent. It's more of like a...
You know he's going to do one.
It's more of a like...
Like at last minute, they're going to be like, okay, re-record
like an
everything.
Italian that lives in Brooklyn. That's what it sounded like to me from the trailers.
It's a regular Brooklyn person.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got that. It's March 9th. Should we... I'll cover that. So that... We also got news that a Mortal Kombat 12 video game is coming later this year. Which... Why did they keep numbering them? If you're going to go after 10. They're doing the Fast and Furious where they're going to name them every single one.
Well, it's up to them. It's their franchise.
Yeah, but do people even like Mortal Kombat anymore?
I don't play them.
I play like... What's the last one?
Well, either way.
10?
Yeah. I mean, the only place I would play them is like in the arcade games.
Oh, yeah, like the little...
Yeah.
So that's cool. If you like Mortal Kombat, that's Yuri. Sandwich. I don't know what the metaphor. Another part of news. They're doing another Hellboy reboot. Now, what do you think about another reboot after the previous reboot, which was a reboot of the first Deadpool?
Yeah.
Hellboy.
I don't know. I think they're trying to redeem themselves. I haven't watched the newest one with David Harbour. I haven't watched it.
I've watched the first one.
Okay.
And now I kind of like that one, but I was like when I was like 7 or something.
I just think if you're gonna keep like making it into a multiverse where like different people are like
the
casted.
Hellboyverse.
Yeah, make it the Hellboyverse. Isn't it based off a comic as well?
Yeah, Hellboy.
Yeah, so it should be just like this is one version, this is another version, but stop calling them reboots, because if you're gonna keep doing it every 5 years, then it's just you making another movie.
Plus, like you don't have to say they can take place in the same universes. He's a literal devil. You can be like, oh, he shaved his beard this time.
Exactly.
So I don't know why they're rebooting it every time. So we don't know a lot of information about that. Another thing I want to point out, speaking of movies, Stephen Ewan from The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
From Invincible.
Gil.
From other things probably. I don't know.
He's in Nope.
Oh yeah, he is in Nope.
Yeah, he's in Nope.
He was cast in the Thunderbolts movie.
Yes.
We don't know his role yet, but it'd be pretty cool if he's like a version. What's the character's called? Like Hyperion or Superior or something. Man. It's like a Marvel version of Superman.
Okay.
So it'd be cool if he's in it, because I forgot the name of the guy.
Oh.
Anyway, so hopefully he's casted as that, because that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
But I think he's gonna be like a version of the Hulk.
Okay.
Because in the comics, more recently, there's like another version of the Hulk.
Yeah.
I forgot his name.
He might just be...
Just a regular guy.
Yeah, he might just be a regular guy.
He's just a regular guy.
Or he could be working with Val, right? He could be her right-hand man.
Oh, yeah, Elaine from the Seinfeld.
Yeah. So there's much to come with that character. Yeah. I think he's great. So adding him to the multiverse and like Marvel is just a good addition, I would say. Good. Yeah.
And I want to talk a little bit about this. The new Suicide Squad video game. I think it's Kill the Justice League.
Okay.
It's going to take place 5 years after the Batman Arkham video games, which is interesting because in that game, technically, Batman's dead.
Batman died.
But she shows up in the game being like brain controlled and stuff.
Well, they could just be like, this is another version of Gotham City. Because everything DC does is like everything is different.
It's good. What do you mean?
I
Name one bet. Actually, don't do.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for this game. I like how it looks. They released a gameplay trailer, which, like, now that I'm excited for the game, I don't want to watch anything about it because I just want to be like ready
you want to
when
be
it comes out.
Yeah, you want to be surprised.
Yeah, so I don't want
by
to
the
watch
storyline.
anything. But it looks pretty good.
Mm.
I like. Did you see the trailer? The part where like Captain Boomerang is like shooting at the Flash and he's like dodging. He's like, just mail me the bullet.
No.
That was pretty funny. So that's also cool. And I mean, it sucks. It's coming out for PS5, and I have to track down a PS5. I'm considering selling my kidney to find a PS5 because they're so goddamn hard to find.
They might release it for something else.
Like what?
I don't know.
God of War, Ragnarok.
I don't know, man.
Which I mean, that's pretty.
They
good.
might release it for Xbox. Do you have an Xbox?
No, I'm a PlayStation guy.
Oh, well.
I don't really. I was considering getting an Xbox.
Yeah.
But then I'm just gonna wait. Like I have a Switch. That's like good enough.
Yeah.
It's not the best.
I mean, sucks to suck, man.
You know what's hilarious?
What?
One time, Apex. You know the Apex Legends.
Yes.
That game came out on Switch, and it's funny because it literally my Switch was gonna blow up as soon as they booted it up every time. I would just hear like a little, just like, I was like, what is that? Sounds like my PS4. Oh, it's my Switch, and I would just turn the game off.
Damn.
It's funny. So, do you have any other news to say for news of the week?
Not really. Honestly, I just wanted to cover the Mario Direct, because I feel like that's interesting because Nintendo's always only done the video games.
Oh, yeah.
So, that was fun.
All right, so we're just gonna, speaking of videos, we're going to jump right into
Ant-Man.
and the Wasp Quantumania.
Haha, that was such a good transition.
I was totally prepared for that. So first we're going to do spoiler-free review in case for those who haven't seen the movie. And then we will talk about that for like 10, 15 minutes. And then we will go into a full spoiler. We will say when we'll spoil it.
Yeah, so
without spoiling the movie.
Wait.
What?
You were sitting in a movie theater, right?
With my mom. Yes.
With your mom. I was with my brother. We were different days, but what were you thinking before the movie? What were like your expectations? How are you feeling before the movie even started?
I was in a bad mood because I stepped in popcorn.
Oh. But like for the movie, were you excited? Were you like giddy? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess I was kind of excited because I didn't watch any of the trailers because I didn't want to spoil myself. But yeah, I was pretty excited, you know. I was they played on the previews. I remember they played like something for the Flash, and I'm just like, that's weird. Why did DC? And I was like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
They did that. They did a trailer for the Guardians movie.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, ugh.
That's gonna destroy our lives.
And I told my mom, I was like, that's the next one we're gonna see.
Well, I was excited, but I had already seen the reviews, which we're gonna talk about later.
Oh yeah.
From Rotten Tomatoes. That was just like putting me off, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Yeah.
Didn't they like it was 1% away from the Eternals? It's like to have it even. That kind of, I was like, please.
It was reaching the Eternals level.
Not again. I don't want to deal with Eternals again.
But then during the movie, we saw a lot of stuff.
Yes.
Do you want to kick it off?
A lot of. We're not spoiling it yet.
Oh yeah, I know.
So
but
what did you without spoiling it? What do you think the story was?
Everyone gets sucked into the quantum realm because Cassie was a little too curious and wanted to go, I guess, explore or learn more about the quantum realm. And then all the close-ups of every character.
Oh my god, they did that.
All the close-ups.
They did the Black Adam thing where they just zoomed in onto her.
Everything was a close-up. Like, if you weren't close up to a character, you weren't looking at a main human character, right? And then Kang comes in. Janet apparently had a history with Kang, but never mentioned it.
Oh, fair. We'll find out in spoilers.
And then, what else? Bill Murray is there for no reason. What else?
He was there. MODOK was there. Which
right.
Who's MODOK? We don't know.
We don't know who that is. And then what else? What else would you say was the point of this movie? What was the point of this movie?
To establish Kang as the new version of Thanos, because it's his thing. Okay. Kaylin doesn't like this movie.
I don't.
I like
It's very clear from the way I'm talking about it.
No, that's just how you talk. I liked the movie. I'm going to be honest. I didn't like it as much because considering we've reviewed the first two Ant-Man movies and we've seen them in succession, that kind of like hindered me a little bit. But I do like it is better than the first one, I will say.
Yeah.
I still like Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I don't agree with that.
The first
one was good.
The
second one was good.
I like the second one more.
This one is like
I like the second. I like Ant-Man and the Wasp more than the first two and this one. So yeah, apparently in the trailers, Kang said he's killed Avengers before, and he killed Thor at one time. Yeah, very interesting.
Well, there's many versions of Kang, so he could have just been lying and been like, "Oh, this version of me did kill."
Yeah, but I don't think
Avengers.
This one's lying.
Yeah, he looks a little crazy.
He don't play this Kang. he doesn't mess around.
He don't care.
So that I put. You have to watch the first two Ant-Man movies to understand this movie, because like if this was like your first Marvel movie, you have to do a lot of like back work to watch this.
Yeah, because they don't waste any time.
Yeah, like as soon as they get to the quantum realm, it's just like
it's like quantum realm. If you don't know what this is,
flashback,
then you're done. Yeah.
And then it's really so you have to watch the first two Ant-Man movies, I would say.
Well, yeah.
The first
obviously.
two, you have to watch
the trilogy.
Yeah, obviously, and you have to watch Endgame.
I don't think so.
I think you kind of do to understand like what the quantum realm can do.
I guess, but I don't. I would disagree there. I think in order to understand this, you would just need to know. You would have to watch Loki. Definitely.
That was my next thing. You have to watch
Loki. You would have to watch the
entirety.
Yeah, definitely.
It, yeah,
and then Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah,
and
I put Endgame only because.
Because
why did I do?
Yeah, why did you do that? The only reason you would watch Endgame is because the rat saves Scott Lang from the quantum realm.
What's with you and the rat? Stop with the rat.
The rat is the real hero of this story. Okay, if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh no, you had to watch Endgame because in the beginning of the movie, Scott Lang has a book, and it's a real book you can buy on Amazon.
I guess.
And like he's about how he saved the universe. He like watch out for the little guy.
Oh,
it's funny because he's the.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, because I put that like honestly, without spoiling it, it's not as funny as the first two. Like there's some jokes that land, but then there's other jokes that I'm just like.
Yeah, it was kind of disappointing on the comedy point.
Yeah,
because I feel like Scott Lang is funny and he's supposed to be funny.
Mm-hmm. But like now everybody's funny.
Yeah,
that's kind of like the one thing I don't like about Marvel nowadays. Yeah, where like at first Iron Man was funny, and then Spider-Man was funny, but now they made everybody funny. So I'm just like that kind of takes.
Well,
away.
not everyone's funny.
Well, everybody has like a quip or like a joke.
Oh yeah. Everyone has that one line.
Yeah.
Yeah. But should we start spoiling?
No.
Do you have anything else you want to say before we start spoiling?
I think, without spoiling it, I feel like more people should have got sucked into the quantum realm. For example, my boy Luis.
Oh yeah.
He was not in the movie.
He would have been a great addition.
He would have been so funny.
Yeah.
Interacting with all the weird quantum people.
Yeah.
That would have been hilarious.
Especially, but this is a spoiler, a little bit.
Not save
with the buildings. He would have been freaking out.
Oh my god, he would have.
I think he would have been a great addition, but apparently the director did not think so.
Yeah,
he was like, we don't want to waste any time, and we want to get straight to the quantum realm.
That movie was like 2.5 hours.
Yeah,
you could have wasted 5 more minutes to have Luis.
Exactly, or like a little bit of a flashback.
Maybe like even a deleted scene. I would take a deleted scene, but he wasn't in the movie at all.
Exactly.
That kind of messed me up. I was like, oh, this is the perfect time for Luis.
A great character. Thrown into the wind.
Yeah. So I would honestly, I'd give this movie a 7.5. Like it's not as good as Ant-Man and the Wasp because they gave it an 8.
Yeah.
But I do like it more than the first one.
I would give it a 6.
Yes. But since Luis is not in it, 0 out of 10.
Honestly, yeah.
I would rather watch The Eternals than this movie. So do you have anything else to say without spoiling it?
Without spoiling, no. I think I'm ready to spill the beans on this one.
So, spoiler warning for Ant-Man and the Should I play the Ant-Man clip again?
No.
Okay. Quantumania.
And here we go.
I want to say right off the bat.
What?
Quantum Pizza.
Quantum Pizza.
Quantum Pizza joke. I was so happy when that part, when she grew the pizza.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, oh, my joke. My joke.
Yeah.
It's a Quantum Pizza joke. All right. I forgot to mention that the trailer implied that Cassie made the machine before I said spoilers.
Yeah.
And then I immediately said she made the machine. Which, why would she make the machine? Like, I get it. Like, she wants to help people.
Because she's a scientist. She has Hank Pym as her adoptive grandfather. I think, and Hope Van Dyne is her new stepmom. I don't know. They seem to be established.
How do you like Hope's hair in this movie?
I think it was fine.
I don't like it. She has weird hair.
Why?
I don't know. Her hair is very point in.
Well, it doesn't matter. Her hair doesn't matter. If we're honest, it's just like it might change her character, but I think it looks better than the pencil cut from
It's
the
better
first
than the
movie.
first one.
Yeah,
I like her hair in the second one.
because it's long.
It's normal.
Oh my god.
Look, either commit to short hair or just have long hair.
Hey, people could change. It's been more than 5 years.
Well, she died.
No, she didn't die. She dusted away.
That's like dying.
No.
Have you ever been dusted away?
No.
So you don't know what it's like. Oh, you wanted to bring up something about spoilers.
Oh, I don't remember.
Jesus Christ. The buildings.
Oh, the buildings. The buildings are alive and they shoot things out of their
They have
tentacles.
missiles?
Yeah. You don't remember like they
No,
were like
I
shooting
do.
at the
But
villains?
I'm just thinking, what's their average day in the quantum realm, do you think?
Like time-wise?
No.
Or like, oh, this is what I'm doing today.
What's there to do? Like
probably,
running from Kang because he might destroy you.
Yeah, running from Kang.
But like, do you think there's
getting
like
food, hunting for food. You gotta get some sustenance.
there's like weird quantum deer or something?
Yeah, probably.
I don't.
And like weird quantum berries.
You have to drink that liquid,
Oh yeah,
the goop.
the goop from
That's-
the pink guy.
That's kind of funny.
Drink the goop.
I actually kind of got scared because before the movie came out, there was a toy, like they do like little toys to like promote the movie,
Yeah.
and so they showed Ant-Man holding like the thing, the goop,
Uh-huh.
and I'm just like, is that the MacGuffin of this movie? That Kang's gonna make him steal this for this. But no, it was just the goo.
Yeah, it was just a goop.
I was like, oh, I don't know why they had to include that little goop thing.
Well, they had to introduce, like, they had to know what they were saying.
Yeah.
Also, Hope and Hank never drink the goop. They never do. And
No,
I'm
they do
when
they go to the bar.
Oh, the bar.
With
They have
Bill
like a
Murray.
shot. Yeah.
Yeah, they have a shot, and he's just like, what the hell?
Yeah, and they're like, "What?"
I like how Scott and Cassie were forced to drink from like the giant thing. But they had
like
shots.
a blood offering.
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
just everybody else just like 2 shots, please. Thank you.
Yeah.
So Bill Murray's in this for like 5 minutes, which I don't know if you're not going to use Bill Murray to his full potential.
It's
don't even
so
have him.
weird. It wasn't even funny.
All he
It's
did
just
was
like-
just like, yeah, I met your wife.
Yeah, he's like,
We
"Oh,
did stuff.
we did stuff as consenting adults that were trapped in a place that she couldn't escape for 30 years." It's like, why do you have to bring that up, hun?
I didn't like it.
Move on.
Oh, I also wanted to bring up the little. Do you know the purple thing, the pink thing's name?
No. The guy with the 7 holes?
I wanted to bring that up. He said men have 7 holes,
Yeah.
and it took me 5 minutes to just be like,
He was
Right.
obsessed. And then towards the end, he gets his own holes.
he does.
Because someone decides to shoot
I
him up.
put as a note, if men have 7 holes, how many holes do women have? But I was next to my mom, so I was like, I'm not gonna ask my mom how many holes.
You're not going to ask me either. That's not going to happen.
All right, let me just delete that then. What did you think of Kang? Introduction of Kang.
I liked his character.
Kang.
I think he has, well, this one, spoiler,
This version of Kang. Or
is
spoilers.
this version of Kang is gone.
He dies in the end.
And you know what? I think this version of Kang was the statue in the Citadel that was broken at the end of Loki. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, because you see, well, this is the end credit, but at the end credit, you see.
All right, we're just gonna jump around. That's fine.
Sorry. And the end credit, you see that there's 3 versions of Kang.
There's 3 other versions.
Exactly, 3 other versions that are like introduced as the head honchos, I would say. And so these 3 guys are what I would theorize are the other statues that haven't been broken. And then the last one that is broken is this one Kang that was killed by Ant-Man. Mm-hmm. Well, who actually kills him? I would say Wasp and Ant-Man.
No, it was mostly Hope. She kicked him.
Yeah, she kicked him.
She did like a Power Rangers kick. Just
yeah.
Actually, thanks for bringing that up. I have actually a full list of all the Kangs in this movie.
Okay.
So one of the Kangs, I think it's the old one. His name is Immortus. Mm-hmm. So essentially, he's the de facto leader of the Kangs.
Okay.
Like the entire dynasty or whatever they call it. Apparently, he's the version of Kang that like lived like a long time.
So the oldest version of Kang.
The one, it says the once and future Kang. So like he like probably lived through everything, and he came back to them, help them. He's the old one.
Right.
And then there was I didn't think they would do this. They did the ancient Egyptian pharaoh King.
Yeah. I think he had the best costume.
Because it was the most ridiculous costume.
No. I think it's the most interesting one, though. Because in the comics, he uses the Sphinx, the like temple that looks like a lion, as his like.
I know what the Sphinx is. I took geography.
Okay, well, for anyone that's listening and not
7-year-olds, we should appeal to 7-year-olds.
And then
Fortnite.
Okay, well, he uses that as his like method of transportation
in the comics.
Yeah, in the comics. So if they do that in the movies, that would be so cool.
That would actually be hilarious. Just like, what is that in the sky?
It's just the Sphinx rolling by.
So that, and then we have another version, which I'm not so sure about this one. The Scarlet Centurion or Kang Prime. That's like the one with the purple thing.
Okay.
That was the other one. I don't really know if that's him because in the picture, he's wearing red.
Yeah, Scarlet is red.
In the movie, again, the same problem I have with Black Panther. It's too goddamn dark. Just have like a light or something.
Yeah.
Have like a selfie light.
It was, I agree. Lights. It was a little underexposed.
I didn't like that. Plus, like my movie theater was really messed up and I was sitting all the way in the back so I couldn't really see. And I was upset of the popcorn because I stepped in the popcorn, but whatever. So that's the 3 versions. And then the Council of Kangs at the very end.
Yeah, where they're all like...
They're bunched. There was a lizard Kang. There was like, I saw like an orange Kang for some reason. There was a bunch of Kangs. That was too many Kangs.
Well, that is like the whole point of Kang.
That's, I put a note here. I retroactively called Kang Dynasty. Avengers Kang Dynasty, subtitle Too Many Kangs.
It's
too many Kangs.
Too many Kangs.
I mean, I know it's like an homage.
How will they defeat them? The only way they could defeat them is if they bring their own multiverse like clones into the mix as well. You know what I'm saying?
I think most of those Kangs in the audience have like nothing.
Like no powers?
Yeah, like the lizard Kang. It's just a lizard Kang.
Well, they're all Kangs, so they're super smart.
Like, yeah, but like I feel like none of them have like actual like powers that can, except for like the main 3, and, like the Kang in this movie. But I just think that like there's just like cannon fodder Kang.
It could happen though.
Like maybe like one Kang. He's the purple blob.
Yeah, I mean,
what if that's a version
could
of
be
Kang?
Because like they have to take the goop from them.
Yeah, to understand.
It makes you a little bit more intelligent.
Yeah, so that's a lot of things, and I don't really like that too many Kangs because that just like what is that gonna set up? Like as you said, how are they gonna defeat all these versions of Kang if it's just like the Avengers?
That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, first of all, we don't know who is a part of the Avengers anymore.
Not yet.
Because
I actually have a rumor.
It's all over the place, right? Yeah. And then Captain America is gone. He's like not even being written in like
Captain America?
The OG Captain America. He's gone, being written.
Do you know Anthony Mackie was in an interview, which he like semi-confirmed that Captain America's still alive.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Because Jimmy Kimmel? Like, I don't like that show. But he told him, he's like, so what's with Captain America? What's with Captain? He's just like, I don't know. Like they don't tell me stuff. I'm not gonna spoil it. He's like, oh, okay. Yeah. So I have it. Recently, I forgot to write this down. There was a rumor that the main plot of the new Captain America is that Thunderbolt Ross, who will be played by Harrison Ford. Yes. Harrison Ford. He's the president. Ew. And apparently him and Captain America are going to have like, fight Like they're not gonna agree eye to eye.
Well,
And there's another
Captain America, Anthony Mackie.
Yes, Sam Wilson. And that Captain America won't be a part of. He won't be the leader of the Avengers because he doesn't have powers or something like that. That's all I saw.
That's some BS.
That is.
Yeah.
I saw that as a rumor, and I was like, I'm not gonna write that down. But you brought that up, so that. And the last version of Kang we see, the second post-credit scene, this ties into Loki.
A lot of people said that they missed the second post-credit scene.
It was kind of long.
It was. Well, like to wait. Yeah, to wait. It was like you had to watch all the words.
Credits, yeah.
All the words and the names.
I had to pee.
Yeah.
Like as soon as Scott and Cassie got captured, I'm just like, uh-oh. But I held it out. I was like, no, not yet. I need to pay attention for this. It's a Victor Timely, his name in itself is hilarious because before they were Marvel, it was called Timely Comics.
Wow. They just kept that little Easter egg.
He just showed up at the end talking about like, what if time travel?
Yeah, he kind of reminded me of Einstein. You know, like that mad scientist kind of.
Oh
look.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that. And then just like Loki's being like, "Hey, Morbius,
that's the guy, man."
And he's just like, "What?"
Yeah, that's the dangerous guy. He kind of doesn't like believe him, but Loki has like experience with a variant of Kang that Sylvie decides to
kill.
Exactly.
You know, that was the reason why the multiverse broke.
Yes, because of Sylvie.
Because of Sylvie.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, Sylvie. Let's go away. I just wanted to also bring up that Kang. I'm tired of nanosuits in these movies. Like, I get it.
Yeah,
that's like the natural progression. But like at the same time,
it's overused. Why does everyone have to have one?
Everybody has one. Spider-Man has one. Ant-Man has one. Iron Man obviously has one.
He's kind of gone and dead.
Like, so I feel like everybody's gonna get one. It's gonna be annoying. Like, it's gonna be everybody in their normal clothes, and then just like their phone is like, oh, and it just does that. I'm just like, that's not.
Boom.
I mean, it looks cool.
Yeah.
But like, it's just like a little. He has like a patch. He just attaches it to his chest.
And then he goes boop.
And then,
Yep.
I like the suits. Their suits look nice.
Yeah. I mean, Ant-Man's doesn't really change.
Yeah.
It's just that burgundy, black, and silver kind of theme. It
would have been cool if like Cassie's suit was like more of like the first Ant-Man suit. Just the helmet, like not like technology wise, but like the helmet looked more like I don't know. They all look the same.
She didn't have wings or anything special.
I feel like they need to like brighten up their suits because they're all like a burgundy or like a mustard color. Yeah, like
a deep color.
Like if it was like more vibrant, kind of like the Quantum Realm.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they would have stood out more.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Quantum Realm, I didn't like the Quantum Realm in this movie.
I liked it. I think there was parts where it was just too plain Jane.
Yeah.
But there was like parts when they focused on the sky that I really liked because
those are good shots.
Yeah,
like I like the clouds and like the fake
exactly.
planets.
It reminded me a lot of like Van Gogh's kind of art style, and I like that a lot. And the colors of like different settings was, I think, like the color palettes were really good to like differentiate that Cassie was and Scott Lang were over here. Yeah. But then Hope, like Janet, and Hank were over here.
The entire final battle sequence was pretty cool.
I guess.
It was cool. But like at sometimes like they'll do that where they're like at the background there's like beautiful little sunset vistas and like clouds and planets. And then most of the time when they ever do like a wide shot, it's just like blue.
Yeah.
And like orange. I'm just like that's
well, I saw purple.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of different colors.
Yeah, it was I don't know.
And I'm just like it's kind of flat. Kind of boring-ish. Like it looks like our wall.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I know that wall.
Yeah.
So that I didn't really like that. I thought they were gonna do the heroic sacrifice at the very end.
But they didn't. I was like, oh my God, Christian was right. And then all of a sudden Hope comes back. And I was like, they should have just left them there. They should have just left them there.
I have a note that says there was some reshoots at the end of the movie, I think, because you can show there's like some pictures where like they're in the outfit where like they do like Cassie's birthday. Okay. So I think they reshot the ending.
Really?
Because I feel like it would have been more satisfaction if Scott and or Hope stayed in the Quantum Realm.
Exactly. It would have been so much better because that way there was like that mystery of will they get out? Will they build this technology to get out? Will they help? How long will it take them? Because they're geniuses, but they just wanted to bring them back out. Yeah.
And Scott's there.
Yeah.
He got out once.
Exactly.
Twice. He got out. No, he got out the quantum realm once by himself. Mm-hmm. But then, I guess
with
the
Cassie's
rat
help,
him.
I guess.
No, the rat helped him.
Oh yeah.
So I guess I'll give the rat some credit. He took him out the quantum realm.
Exactly.
That was another thing I wanted to point out. How long were they actually gone? Because
that's what I'm saying.
It could have been 5 minutes.
Yes.
Could have been another 5 years.
It could have been exactly. It could have been 10 years. It could have been 20 years.
I was thinking at the very end where he's walking down the street. Like, what if just like, why is there green people here nowadays? So that was you didn't miss the society. They came over. He's like, wait, what?
It also honestly, it felt like they were just traveling. They never stopped to rest, right? There was like no sleeping portion. There was just like continuous action and movement from place to place.
It felt like it was in real time.
Yeah, exactly.
It took them 2 hours to like, okay, we killed this version of Kang.
Yeah.
But it took this entire realm 30 years.
But it could have been 2 years.
It could have been 2 days.
It could It
could have been 2 seconds.
Exactly.
It could have been like, oh no, we get sucked in the quantum realm.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back. Like that's it.
Exactly.
That would have been hilarious.
It would have.
Just like what if just like as soon as they go in, like Scott drops a banana and like they go in and like as soon as they come out, he just catches a banana. Like, oh.
That would have been such a good joke, but guess what?
They didn't do it.
They didn't want to be jokey. Funny. This one.
Because why would the Ant-Man movie be funny? It's not funny.
Or they could have been like Luis comes and was like looking for them, and then when he's guys, there when they come back, and he's like, guys, it's been 10 years.
No, perfect setup. Before they go to the quantum realm, Scott gets a phone call from Luis.
Yeah.
And he's just like, he'll leave a message. And then he calls him again, but then they get into the quantum realm. And when they come out, there's another voicemail that said 2 minutes ago. He's like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Like, that would have been funny. And then there could have been the Luis cameo where his voicemail. It's like, hey, guys.
What are you doing?
There's a big golden guy sticking out of the ocean from the Eternals. You guys want to figure that out?
Where does this fit into the timeline?
It's got to be in the beginning. Well, because they literally could be anywhere now because they're in the quantum realm. It can be like, oh.
Time is crazy in the MCU right now.
It's crazy, man. It's so crazy. Like, what if, like, also, I want to put that at the very end where, like, Scott gets that existential dread of just like, wait, Kang said if I defeat him, everybody I know and love will die.
Yeah.
Did I do that? And like at the end where he's like walking down the street and like the music stops and it just like zooms in on his face. He's like,
yeah, he has like that really serious.
No, I'm fine. And
yeah.
That's it.
And then he continues on. I mean, I didn't like the narration.
I didn't like it twice.
I took a class, right, where script writing class where the professor said,
professional over here.
If you put like narration into your story or into your script, you're not creative enough. And you can't write out this scene. And I was like, oh my God, whoever wrote this is not creative enough.
Oh my God, Marvel, what are you doing?
But like, I guess they had to recap, you know, because it's been so long since.
Yeah, it's been 2 years since they were stuck in the quantum realm.
Yeah, so I don't know. I didn't really like the
Yeah, the ending wasn't satisfactory.
Wasn't.
Like, it felt like that was it. Like that's what that's how you're gonna start off this new phase.
Exactly.
And Kang, you're gonna kill him off and then just be like, Like that's
also like Cassie's like character doesn't.
She's kind of annoying.
Really do anything for me.
She doesn't do anything in the movie at all. Well, no, she does some stuff in the movie.
She kicks people, and she kills kind of.
Oh my God, we forgot to talk about MODOK.
Yeah, she kills. MODOK.
Oh my God, MODOK.
A waste of a character, by the way.
Is Yellow
Introducing
Jacket.
him into this
Darren Cross.
Yeah.
I knew as soon as I saw him, the trailer. I was like, that's the guy from the first one.
Yeah.
Because he's the big head. He has a big head. Did you see the part where?
They dip him.
He had his little butt.
Yeah,
that was hilarious. I was like,
that was funny. Yeah,
that's kind of messed up.
What?
A big head, but like
little legs,
and butt.
Well, that's the character in the comics.
That is kind of messed up. Yeah, but I found it hilarious.
I liked his character, but I feel like it was a waste because you just kill him off immediately.
He was no noble sacrifice. He did this heroic sacrifice in the movie.
It just doesn't make sense. That he all of a sudden feels like he has to help Cassie and Scott. There's no point in the movie where they're like,
if only we had MODOK.
Yeah.
To help us.
Exactly.
Except at the very end.
Cassie tells him not to be like a bad guy, right? When he's ripping
we can't say that. Okay.
Yeah. When he like breaks the bridge and whatever.
Yeah.
But like there's like no point where you should have like helped them. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna be a villain, be a villain.
Yeah, like
be a bad guy.
Go off.
Yeah.
Like I liked him. It was funny. But like at the same time, I'm just like, it's such a waste.
Yeah.
Like MODOK is such like a funny character.
Yeah.
And you're just gonna be like, oh, it's him. Oh, okay, that's it. And he's gonna kill himself essentially.
Yeah. So there's this. I follow this guy on Twitter, and I showed you the tweet before we started the thing, where he wrote out like an end credit scene that brought MODOK back.
Brought him back, yeah.
And I think that would have been so cool because he wrote out like they find his body, and then like Hydra takes him, and they upload Zola's like programming instead of having Darren Cross in there, because it is like MODOK is a computer and programming could be changed and deleted.
Do you know what MODOK stands for?
No, do you know?
I didn't. I should have took notes. I was going to, but
I forgot. Like, I think it's I don't remember, but it's
machine
killing
machine
something.
only designed
to kill.
No, because I don't. Yeah.
The 4? No. I don't know. Whatever.
That's the same joke he said. Wouldn't there be an F? I remember the joke.
Oh,
because
yeah.
he told me that. I don't know what it stands
machine
for.
only designed.
They should totally like either make a new MODOK or have him like bring him back, or like have like a different version. Like, oh, this is more comic accurate MODOK's coming into the portal. Yeah. In Secret Wars.
I also didn't like that he was bald. Just leaving that there.
I mean, Darren Cross is bald.
I know he's bald, but in the comics, like MODOK has like that
flat
like
top.
Exactly. It just I didn't like it design wise.
Yeah, I didn't. I like the little Iron Man faceplate he got.
Yeah.
Every time he did that.
Yeah, that was cool. I
thought that was like I was like, if they're gonna do that, maybe like they won't even have him in the movie. They'll just have like his voice. Yeah. And like that's the version of MODOK. But so he opened the face and just, I was like, oh.
I want to talk a little bit about the cinematography itself.
Ooh, yes.
I thought it wasn't satisfying at all because most of them were close-ups of these characters because you had to accommodate for all the VFX going on and all these like wonderful backgrounds that you provided for us.
Speaking of VFX, did you know that some of the VFX crew from this movie, or I guess from Marvel in general, they like wanted to focus more on Black Panther than they did on this movie?
Well,
which
I mean,
they didn't have to, because what VFX was there in Black Panther most of the time?
The whole Atlantis, like.
No, that was like mostly just them in pools.
Well, I don't know, but like, I mean, this is a very heavy project, man, and like VFX artists haven't been paid, or like exactly, or have been like, pressured.
Given breaks.
Exactly.
It's just like, okay, do Ant-Man. Okay, next one we have is Cap. You do the other one now.
Yeah, exactly. So like they're not being appreciated for their art. So maybe that's why they were like so many close-ups, because people were just like, you want us to do all this art and all of this programming for you, and you're not giving us enough time. Like Marvel just wants to pump out these movies in quantity and not with quality. Boom. Quote me on that.
Damn. Kaylin 2022. So we're done with the movie, right?
Yeah,
so overall, you didn't like it.
I think it was an okay movie. It wasn't great. It wasn't good.
As a movie by itself.
As a movie by itself.
As an introduction to Marvel Phase 5.
As an introduction, I think it did what it had to do.
It vaguely.
Yeah, like it introduced Kang. It was like a teaser, like, okay, this is our new villain. It wasn't satisfactory to me as a watcher.
Yeah.
But
I get that. Like, because
really...
we saw it. You saw it on the Saturday it came out, right? Or
the Sunday that it came out.
I saw it on the Monday.
Yeah.
And the entire week I've just mulling and over thinking about it and being like, I get some of the criticism and the problems. I get it. Like, you know, it wasn't funny. Or like the VFX didn't look good. Yeah. The story was kind of messy and there's some threads there. But at the same time, it was still good. I liked it.
And there were like the only parts that we saw the ants were at the end.
The giant ants. I don't get the giant ants.
At the end. Oh, but I did want to. One more thing about this is that scene where he goes into the ball thing. I forgot what it was called.
Oh,
like the engine
core?
thing. Yeah, the core. I like that scene.
Oh,
that
yeah,
whole
like
VFX thing. Yeah, I really like that.
That's why they overhauled it just for that scene.
I really like that because it has like this chaotic energy that I feel like was missing from the movie.
Yeah, there was like 100 Scott Lang.
Yeah, and then the
like,
basketball bit.
Why am I here?
Yeah, I think that was really good. I think that was my favorite part of the movie.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part?
That it was probably that. I just like all the Kank parts because he was just like so menacing. But like he was like kind of like reserved a little.
Yeah.
And then right at the end where like he's like about to lose, he's just like, I'm just gonna kill everybody.
Yeah, he's like, I don't care anymore.
Like I'm done. I'll just be back.
Yeah. I don't really need you anymore, so you're gone.
I just need to get out. This Pizza Hut sucks. So I like.
But yeah, we can move on.
So to little things.
Move on to the little things.
Little things. The little things. So I saw The Last of Us episode 3, which is it?
Did it wreck you? Because it wrecked me.
Technically, I did cry.
No, don't say it.
I did cry.
Don't say it.
Because it was. I watched it 12 o'clock in the morning.
Oh.
I was a little tired, and for some reason, I don't know. Ever since I was like really young, every time I yawn, I start to tear up. So
that's the only reason you cried.
Yes.
No.
I did.
It was a sad story.
It was.
It was a sad story. It was a sad part of the story, and you didn't cry.
I did. Because the yawn and the thing.
No.
It's weird.
Doesn't count.
Like in middle school, I would do that all the time, and some people be like, "Yo, are you okay? Or are you crying?" I was like, "No, I'm just tired."
Doesn't count.
It does count.
No.
Where's my notes? Here. In the beginning of the episode, Joel and Ellie are like by a river.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, like, we need to hike 10 miles. And Ellie has Converse on.
Yeah.
How is she walking? The Converse have no traction.
Well, it's the only option she has, man.
Get some Nikes in there or something. Get some boots, some Timberlands.
I feel like Nikes would just, like, disintegrate after a while. It's been 20 years.
I mean, I still have my Nikes from, like, middle school. Okay.
But after a while, you haven't seen those shoes, like, TikTok videos where the shoes are disintegrating because they've never been used, but they're so old and they're falling apart.
We have 2 different TikToks.
Yeah,
I don't watch
obviously do
dumb videos.
They're not dumb. They're really educational. Don't waste your money on expensive shoes.
Speaking of educational, we got to get one good segment in this every episode. Ellie says a line that something about they don't teach us how their blank government failed to prevent a pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, that's very interesting and topical, because why would a government teach its people how to prevent a pandemic?
Or even prepare for one? Huh. Interesting.
I had my hands up just like, I'm not going to say it.
Interesting.
I put that. They also said that maybe like people got infected by like putting stuff in food.
Right.
And he said something about pancake mix.
Mm-hmm.
And that was obviously like a throwback to the first episode because they wanted to get pancakes for Joel's birthday, but they didn't have pancakes. But at the same time, I'm more of a waffles guy, so I wouldn't even buy pancake mix.
I like pancakes more.
I thought I did that. And I thought, no. Okay, so let me explain everything. I did that. I wrote that note. I'm more of a waffle person.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't buy pancake mix. And then in my head, I pause the episode, and I'm sitting there on my couch just like, wait. Do you use pancake mix for waffles, or is there like waffle mix?
I don't think there's waffle mix.
That's the thing. Here's my notes. So I found later, after 20 minutes of research, I looked it up. Pancake and waffle mix are not the same.
No way.
Although they both contain eggs, flour, milk, and a raising agent, waffle batter is normally thicker, contains more sugar and more fat, like oil or melted butter. Belgian waffles recipes differ from pancake mix even more by using yeast or stiffly beaten egg white instead of baking soda as the leavening.
But they have the same ingredients.
Yes, but it's thicker.
Yes,
so there is
thicker.
waffle. It is different. It's different. I'm just like, I knew it. Yeah.
Well, you can bake, like, kind of, if you wanted to, use pancake mix.
I like waffles more.
I guess.
You ever go to IHOP and get the chicken waffle? You don't like waffles anyway.
I do.
You like waffles?
When I go to Chili's, they have like that spicy chicken and the
Chili's.
and the
with
waffles. It's It's good.
Chili's.
Fried
Just
chicken
have
and
normal-
waffles. It's pretty good.
I get that.
But I also like endless pancakes from IHOP. So,
I don't like pancakes. There was also a line from Joel who said, "Dead people can't be infected."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, take that, Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Take that. Our mushroom zombies are better than your regular zombies.
But it also doesn't make sense. You're already dead. Like, just stay dead.
In The Walking Dead. No, because they're already infected. As soon as they die, they just like begin the process of coming back.
Doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. Well, The Walking Dead's a bad show anyway. I did that. I put the part where Bill and Frank.
Yes. Our power couple for this episode.
Yes. I have 2 notes about Frank. One, I have one about Bill where like Frank invited people to their house.
Yeah.
And like there was a long pause and then Bill said like, "You what?"
Yeah.
Me and both said them at the same time. And that reminded me of that SpongeBob meme where he's like, "You what?"
Yeah.
That was kind of funny. I also I gotta stop doing this. Frank seems like a cool character. Hope nothing bad happens to him in the near future.
Well, you walked straight into that.
I keep doing that.
You walked straight into that.
I was gonna do that for a test last week.
Like in the video game, Frank is dead already.
Damn.
Yeah. So Bill helps Joel and Ellie, but in this one they were like,
is Bill dead too?
No, I think he might die like after helping
Did
Joel.
they both take the medicine?
What do you mean? Like in the show?
Yeah, in the show.
Yeah, they're both dead.
Oh.
They're both gone. That's why he leaves the window open, because they both died from the pills that he put into the wine. He just said, "You know what? This life ain't worth living if I ain't living with you."
Can I be honest?
No.
Come on. Okay, we talked about this before we started recording. I left. I didn't put anything. I typed in Bill Cosby joke. And then I was like, should I elaborate on this? And then I took it out. But you reminded me of it. And he did a reverse.
No.
Okay. I found that funny. Bill Cosby's joke. People are looking at me through the audience.
But yeah, I think it was a sweet love story. It also added towards like the TV adaptation, and it changes it from the video game. You know, it's not changing it a lot, but it is adding to the story, and I think that's important.
It is.
Yeah.
I also put, at the very end when like Joel and Ellie are about to leave, Ellie reads the note that Bill left for Bill left for Joel.
Yes.
And I thought, how hilarious would it be if Ellie didn't know how to read? Just like she's like,
the government failed so
paper.
bad.
Yeah, the government messed her up, and she's just like holding the paper like, there's a bunch of things on
symbols
the paper.
on this
Joel,
paper.
can you read? He's like, no, I don't want to read it. Like,
yeah.
Joel, read this. I
read
can't. What is it? Is that an F? What?
Yeah.
Joel, please. And like Joel immediately rips it up as soon as he leaves because he mentions Tess, which I get. He's sad about Tess.
Yeah.
But like at the same time,
come on, he just
get
lost
over it, man.
No, he just lost her. He just lost her.
You know what it
is?
And
they've been together for years.
You know what it was?
What?
I watched this weekly, and so I forgot.
Well, I watched it weekly too.
Like shotgunning it? No, like if like someone who isn't watches it from 1 to now, they shotgun that relationship.
Yeah.
They would feel the same way. But because you said their relationship lasts longer, that's why it means a lot to him. So
yeah,
I'm saying
they've been together for more than 10 years.
At least after his daughter died, probably.
Exactly. Because I don't know did he talk about Tommy and Tess already for you?
No.
Okay, so then, but they've been together for a very long time. He's not going to get over that as quickly as we think he might. And I think it's an appropriate reaction for him. Because that was his like second soulmate, I would say.
So I won't say that joke. But what if like there was like a really important note on the paper before he like ripped it up? It's like, P.S. Joel, do not take my guns and my truck. I need those.
He didn't take the guns.
He took one gun.
Okay, one out of the 5,000 this man has.
Give Ellie a gun. You don't trust Ellie with guns.
I think she
stole a gun.
Yeah.
But give her a gun.
No.
You're obviously like if I was
she doesn't
Joel.
Need one.
If I was Joel and you were Ellie, I would let you have like a little gun, not like the big assault rifle.
Yeah.
Which I like how he put the assault rifle away.
Yeah.
Because he was like, no, it's useless. It has like 2 bones left. I was like, that's smart. That's good. Because most people in The Walking Dead, they would just hold like giant M4s. Be like, we only have 2 magazines left, and you're not supposed to shoot with zombies around. Exactly. But he put the gun away, and I like that. And I would give Ellie a gun because that entire part where they're in the bunker, give her a gun. What if that guy was just not even that stuck, like the zombie in the thing? Mm-hmm. What if he wasn't stuck? She had a knife. She like cut him in the face for no reason.
Yeah, but she did that on her own. She went to look for trouble on her own.
And then
Joel didn't even know where the hell she was. She also found tampons, which is crazy.
I didn't see that at first. And then she like found it and I'm just like, oh, I mean you would.
Yeah.
You would.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Everyone needs tampons. If you have like a menstrual cycle.
I was about to say, I was like, not everybody.
I corrected myself. Like, if you have a menstrual cycle, because you probably need tampons or pads.
Technically, if like you have a gunshot, can you like put a tampon in it to like stop the blood?
There you go.
So everybody needs tampons. Normalize men buying tampons. So it was a decent episode.
What would you rate it?
Okay, I should.
This episode, yeah.
The first one.
Come on, man.
7.
Spitfire. Come on. Okay.
7.
Number 2.
Episode 2. 7.
Oh my God.
This episode.
Lucky 7.
7.5.
Oh, you like this one a little bit more.
Not really. I liked it better because what if like the Bill was the same character he was in Parks and Rec? So like I immediately did that in my head, like with like, this is Ron Swanson. So anyway, do we have time for my Netflix rant?
We do.
I have a Netflix rant.
A Netflix rant.
I don't like Netflix.
They don't really have any good shows anymore.
Not anymore.
No.
Plus like I saw like an ad saying that like they have like a new show coming out based off of a book. And all the comments were like, I can't wait for this to get canceled after 1 season.
Oh yeah.
Which it's inevitable.
Yeah.
Plus like they canceled I forgot the name of the show. They canceled one show after like 3 seasons when like the director, like the person who made the show said like, oh, this show it has more seasons.
Oh, I don't know.
Canceled it.
I mean, but they have to cancel shows that don't have a lot of interest, you know? Like if they're wasting time on like projects, I think they just have to keep making new content.
No. Okay, here's an interesting question. Does Netflix have good shows or movies? Or do good shows and movies go on Netflix?
I think it's good shows and movies go on Netflix.
Because there's a couple good ones. Like The Umbrella Academy is pretty good.
Oh yeah, I like that one.
That's the only good
one.
The
last season was iffy though.
Yeah, it was weird. It had that. The Netflix Marvel shows, those were good.
Yes.
Those are like the only
relatively good, yeah.
Those are the only Iron Fist. It wasn't as good.
I said relatively.
Yeah, Iron Fist, not good. That's the only reason I got Netflix to begin with. Because I was like, Daredevil's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. And so I just don't know what they're doing.
I'm watching You right now.
You what?
You?
Oh, I thought you were like looking at me.
No.
Don't look at me. What are you doing? Stop.
You with Joe Goldberg. Okay. Played by Penn Badgley.
That show's gonna get canceled, and like that's when people get upset.
It's the same story over and over again.
I don't get what's that about.
He's a weird stalker character that has mommy issues, is how I have to summarize it because it gets inappropriate and weird.
Like how is he just like there's her naked stuff? We shouldn't be talking about this.
Yeah.
So like I also wanted to say, what does Netflix have that like no other streaming service has? Like Disney Plus has the Marvel shows and Star Wars and everything. HBO Max has like DC and other stuff.
Yeah.
Hulu is just there.
Netflix doesn't have anything going for it.
Have?
Yeah.
I feel like it would have been interesting. And I did this last semester in a project. I feel like Netflix should prioritize, like after Squid Game, having like international shows and TV. Like
movies. They would be more successful.
That would be good because you can have like more Korean dramas or like Japanese dramas or other stuff. Or like, what's that? The heist, Money Heist.
Oh, I didn't watch that. They can have
more. It's basically like a Spanish one.
Oh.
They should have like more shows like internationally instead of focusing on like
American content. Like get out of the United States.
Because no one else does that.
Exactly.
So that would be interesting, but they didn't do that.
Yeah.
So they're just gonna.
I feel like they would have more audience if they did like more K-dramas and like
international audience.
Exactly. Yeah, and like a lot of U.S. Americans, yes. U.S. people like things from the outside.
Everything's on everywhere.
Yeah.
Like one movie can be on like 85 different platforms.
Yeah. So wrapping up for today, next week we will be talking about The Last of Us,
with
right?
the rest. I'm gonna catch up.
Yeah, so Christian is gonna catch up with The Last of Us.
4 episodes.
And we're gonna review all of them together. Talk about all the little details and all the little nuances of it. And the following week we will be starting with Shazam.
The first Shazam.
Yes.
And Kaylin has never seen Black Adam.
I have not.
So I'm gonna make Kaylin do notes on Black Adam.
Yeah.
Because I'm not taking notes. I just want to let you know.
That is what you guys have to look forward to. So see you next week.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.